In ClickHouse, when you define a table, it's not just about columns, data types, or compression, as we learned in the previous chapter. It's about defining the data architecture, and you do that by means of engines. So the table engine defines how data is stored, like the different partitions you want to have, how it's going to be indexed, etc. Plus the life cycle of those parts, how they are going to be merged, if there's going to be the duplication, replication, etc. And the query behavior, how you're going to read the data and how you're going to merge new parts, new states, new aggregations. So think of it as this system in here in which you have your table with your logical schema, your columns, types, settings, etc. The table uses an engine which defines how data is going to be merged, deduplicated, replicated, or TTL'd. And the engine defines how data is going to be stored in disk. The partition layout, the columns, the different indexes, the marks, etc. Let's see how engines work in practice. I'm going to open a ClickHouse client. And the way it works is whenever you create a table, let me copy an example, you define an engine. For instance, this is a memory engine, which means data is not persisted in disk, but you can use it as a regular table with a specific behavior, okay? Let's do a more realistic example, which is using the engine, the MergeTree engine, okay? So we have the very same table, same schema, but we are specifying a MergeTree engine, which defines a partition by month, and the table is ordered by event date and user ID. Okay, this is not important right now, but the important thing is this defines how data is stored in disk, how merges are gonna work, and how data is gonna be read. Okay, we've seen the memory and the MergeTree engines, but there is a whole set of engine families in ClickHouse. I'd say 90% of production ClickHouse tables use the MergeTree family. So it's a general purpose engine, very good for logs, events, time series, very optimized for appends. There are other family which are integration engines. They allow you to connect to external systems. Think on subscribing to Kafka topics, ingest from S3, synchronize from MySQL, Postgres. There are a bunch of them. You can use them, but in most cases, you want to rely on managed services. So my advice is don't use these in production. You can use them eventually or for ETL or something like that, but it's better that you rely on managed services with proper failover mechanisms. And there are other types of engines for many different purposes: to store logs, to ingest from URLs, from files, to have dictionaries in memory, distributed engines when you do sharding, and a lot more of them more, but they are less used in production. Okay, so we're gonna focus on this presentation on the MergeTree engine.